Daz here from MyGreatphone.com, and today we've got a review of the Sony Xperia S. Now this has just come out from Sony. It's their first handset without Ericsson, and it's a real powerhouse. It's only recently been released over the last week. It's rocking a Snapdragon S3 dual core, 1.5 gig on the benchmark. It's pretty much one of the fastest phones out there. 32 gigabytes on board storage, NFC. It's got a lovely 12 megapixel snapper. It's got a 1.3 megapixel snapper on the front. It's got lots of cool design features that we'll go through, but this is a cutting edge next gen phone, 2012, and I'm here to show you around it. So to begin with, I'll just take one of these away. I'll just give you a bit of an overview on the phone itself. So if I just turn the screen off, you'll see that it's very hard to begin with to distinguish where the screen starts and ends, and so you get this lovely effect of a really glossy black tablet, as it were. Straight away you'll notice that one of the main design features on the Sony Xperia S is this area here, which is a totally translucent panel at the bottom of the phone itself. Now this here is a basically an indicator to show you where the capacitive keys are, which is the home key, the menu key, and the back key, which if I just zoom in you'll see represented by these little dots. But if we get really close, I don't know if you can pick this out, you'll see a little mesh within this area here, and that mesh is actually the aerial. And so Sony have got away from the problem of you're holding it wrong, as some phone manufacturers may be sticking by for any any aerial problems. And what they've done is they've moved the aerial right to the bottom of the handset itself, so it's well out of the way while you're taking a phone call. What I found is I'm getting very good reception on that. So if we take a look at the phone, we've got the front screen up here, we've got a nice camera, we've also got a light sensor and a proximity sensor. Down here we've got 3 capacitive buttons, and those little dots are the actual buttons. The buttons aren't on the little panel themselves, but they're represented by the little icons on this here. And here we have our little sort of Xperia bottom panel here. On the side of the handset you'll see we've got a HDMI port. Just pop that open. That allows for a mini HDMI. You'll see that these are little tabs. They look a little bit delicate. I'm just a little bit careful with it at the moment, but I'm sure over time I'll be a little bit more confident in its use. Here we have our volume rocker, which is also used for sliding the zoom on the camera. And here's a dedicated camera button here. On the other side, very similar sort of little drawer, but this one's for charging and USB. Again, the same sort of little delicate connector. It's a very similar connector to what's found on the PS Vita, so it's obviously comes straight out the Sony factory, but I'm still not keen on it for either platform. Okay, so we got the white version as well here, and the white version is exactly the same, and it's a bit easier for me to show you the different components on the phone itself. And on the back here we've got the camera, 12 megapixel, we've got an LED flash, we've got a speaker. Again, we've got the same light bar across the bottom here. We've got exactly the same, everything's exactly the same. Only difference is, obviously on the black, the buttons are also black. On the white, the buttons are actually silver, so in some ways the white actually looks a little bit nicer if you ask me. What I also find is the colours on screen, because of the white, it's being broken up, whereas the black, it sort of blends off into one. The white does help bring those colours out of the screen. It makes them pop a little bit more. Now if I turn the screen on, you will see what we have here is a full 720p screen on a 4.3 inch Sony Bravia enabled Super LCD. Now it's an absolutely fantastic piece of kit, to be honest. The clarity is amazing, and I'm hoping to show you some of that now, but you'll see that the resolution is super fine. All of the text, it's really clearly defined. If we go between the screens, you'll see it's all nice and smooth, thanks to that 1.5 gig processor, dual core as well, and it's just a very nice fluid Android handset, which obviously if you've had Android before with slower processors you might have found in the past and it'll be a little bit laggy at times, but this doesn't seem to suffer from any of that. Colour representation is really good, the contrast is really nice. This isn't even up full, it's most of the way, but the handset itself does look very nice. The viewing angles, pretty good. You get a bit of colour banding, but you know, if you're showing a video to lots of friends or something, then there's not going to be any problem whatsoever. So the best way to show you really what this screen is capable of, what this processor is capable of, and what this new Bravia engine is capable of, is if I quickly show you one of the demo videos. This sort of sold the handset to me in the first place, and I'll let you just watch this for a sec. As you can see, the video itself, from the video itself, the resolution and the colour is amazing. It's particularly apparent in this school of fish. You can see all the detail in the background. As we go through the video, you notice that there's super detail in the background, there's super detail in the foreground. It's very fluid. It's so high res that it almost looks 3D, and I think Sony have managed to make themselves stand out from the crowd. Let me show you the camera. This is what you're going to be very interested in. Now, something that Sony's raving on about at the moment is how quickly it will be for you to be able to take a photo straight from the phone, impromptu. And basically, you just hold down the camera button and it'll bring it up. So, if I hold down the camera button, we're straight into camera. You see that? I've got it set at 12 megapixel at the moment. So here we go. You can see this. Very simple. Take a nice shot. Let's take a look at this shot. Just doing a little bit of analysing. There's quite a lot of data here. And you'll see the actual photo that's been taken. It's pretty superb. You know, on this white background here, it's almost press quality. As you saw, there was no fancy setup there at all. I mean, there's some big studio lights here, but let's try it again. Let's try a nice press photo. If this one turns out well, we might even use this for the review. Here we go. Look at that. It's a beautiful shot. Now, you're going to be reading a lot of reviews about the Xperia S if you're interested in it, and unfortunately, most of those are probably written by iPhone owners. I hate to say it, but incredibly biased. You would have heard people saying that the screen isn't as good as the iPhone 4, etc, etc. Just make sure that if you are going to buy an Xperia S, if you want a little bit of a comeback to those guys, this is actually a higher resolution screen. It's like 342 ppi, I believe. I might want to correct that, but basically it's definitely higher ppi than the Retina screen, so this is Retina Plus. What you will notice is that the software on this handset at the moment is 2.3, it's Gingerbread, but on the box itself Sony has said, hey, we're going to be upgrading this to Android 4, and what I've realised from my Asus Transformer Triple E pad is that an ICS upgrade that isn't totally finished is worthless, and it will leave you more frustrated, and so I'd rather have a really nicely working 2.3 than a really badly working 4. Now, one of the key features of this phone is the use of something called smart tags, and basically this is Sony's version of NFC. It is NFC, but they dubbed it smart tags, and so with the handset, this doesn't happen with O2 unfortunately. You don't get the smart tags with O2, but you do with 3 in the other networks. You get two of these smart tags, and basically you set these up as profiles, and so when you have NFC enabled on your phone, what it allows you to do, so let's pretend this is home and this is work. So I get home and I just touch my phone on the NFC, bam, I'm into home setting, let's turn my Wi-Fi on, let's turn my sound mode to loud, and let's set my wallpaper to this nice home wallpaper. So I put my phone in my pocket, then I get in the car and I go to work, I put it on my stand at work, the stand's got this little smart tag attached to the back of it, and just touch it, bam, I'm on a different mode. I set the wallpaper, it set the volume, so you can see for profile settings the NFC is really handy, and it's really flawless. You just tap it and it works, and you tap it and it works. You know, so far 100% success rate, and can't go wrong. What you are able to do is customize these. So just to show you, basically it's a macro, and you can do all sorts of things. You could send a text message to somebody, so I could send a text message to say, hi, I'm home. I just send that to 123 just to show you what would happen, and you'll see that then if I were to hit the home, it would send the text message to 123, hi, I'm home. Lots of other actions in here. You can start applications, text to speak, you can switch the Wi-Fi to a different Wi-Fi, you can set a hotspot. It's a very cool feature, and while it looked like it could just be a little gimmick, it's definitely one that I'm going to be using. I think it's awesome. And one thing that is really nice about this handset is the browser, and how easy it is to browse the net, and the speed. Now this particular handset's on 3, which has got a really good coverage in this area, and it gave me about 5 meg download, but I'm also on the Wi-Fi, so that should be sufficient, and it should let me allow you to see. Still getting used to a touchscreen keyboard after coming from a Desire Z, but it's working pretty nice. Let's check out MyGreatphone. So the browser kicks in. Quick DL. It's a nice faithful representation of MyGreatphone on a super high-res screen. Now we're getting basically a mobile quality experience here, a PC quality experience here. There's certainly nothing being left out on the browser itself, all the way down to the YouTube video here. And so, just press. Let's go straight to YouTube, get a bigger view of this vid. Again, this is via the browser.
Here with Ken Below, digital brand manager. Sonic up, he takes him to a ledge.
And this is a video basically about the Sonic the Hedgehog 4, episode 2. It's a post we just put up on MyGreatphone, talking about how it can be saved and then started again from different devices. And you see that the whole experience on the phone is simple and very seamless. It's very fun indeed. And back to MyGreatphone. Turns us to where we are. And yeah, I mean the browser works very well. So what you see here is Sony's new Xperia S. It's a great handset. As we explore it more, I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about it. We'll certainly be posting a bit more information about it on the site. So we've got 2 of these in house. But first opinions are really cool. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining me for this review, and I hope you join us on MyGreatphone.com for more reviews and more mobile news in the future. See you soon.